So I got a package today. Look at, oh man, I have been waiting for this stuff for a long time. So a little bit of background. I found this company, We Are Likewise, about 2.5 years ago, and I fell in love with their products. I've always wanted some. I actually got the limited edition red diamond shift knob, which I'll show you in a sec, and I've wanted that since I found the company. I got it last October, and I haven't been able to put it in a car because I haven't had a car. I bought it when I was working on Blue back then, and that was a thing. So when I bought it, I ordered the adapter for Blue, which is a thread-on adapter, and then when I got my Beamer, I couldn't put the shift knob in because there's no thread on BMW. Instead, it's just a little solid pokey thing that just clips on somehow. I have no idea. So I had to order a special adapter from Likewise. They're based out in Australia, so it took a little while, but it's here. I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this thing unboxed and charge my camera while I'm at it. And then once everything is apart, I will get right back at you guys. All right, everything is unboxed. I know I said I already had the shift knob, but what happened was when I got the shift knob, they sent me kind of a crappy plastic box, and I actually have ordered from them before, and I got really cool boxes, so I was kind of disappointed when I got the limited edition red knob and didn't get a cool box. So I actually messaged the company on Instagram and was just like, hey, I didn't get a cool box, and I see you guys updated your boxes, so if you guys could send me one, that'd be great. And they were super nice, they were super helpful, and they're like, you know what, yeah, sure, whatever. So this is the new box. Here is the knob. It's amazing. Since like the second I found this company, I wanted this diamond knob, but they didn't have it in red, and I was like, why don't they have it in red? I feel like that's a pretty standard color. Turns out all their red knobs are limited production. So there was only ever 200 of these red knobs made. And I have one of them because I just wanted it so bad. I didn't even have a car. I was just like, you know what? I need this shift knob. This is the shift knob for me. So I bought it, and now I have the adapter, which they also make crazy adapters. Like, they're really cool. The way they work is I've never really seen another shift knob company have the kind of adapter that works like this, and I'll show you guys in a little bit when I actually go put it in the car, but it's really tight. So I'm gonna start unpacking all this stuff because I'm so excited. I can't believe I'm actually about to put the shift knob in, bro. All right, so this one just pops off. Like that. See, there's no thread or anything. That was the issue I ran into. There's no thread. But this guy, so this right here is a universal thread that Likewise uses in their shift knobs. So this just fits in like that, right? And it's really nice too. And then this little clamp guy right here, this little clamp has little Allen keys, which then clips right on around there, and it's a little bit snug, but you know, I can make it fit. Yeah, I'm so excited. And done. Oh my god, this thing looks amazing. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. It's perfect. Oh my god. All right, next. That's going right there. Oh, hot boy, what's good?
What is good, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy C-Chat back at it with Simply Stanced, and today we're actually dropping Sentei's transmission when he gets here.
So today we have a big project this weekend. We are dropping my transmission because that stupid whine that's been there since I got the car. It's my throw-up bearing.
Yeah, I was updating them on that.
Okay.
Hey, look at that.
It is bad. So we have to pull the whole transmission apart. I have fluid. I also have a pilot bearing, just because you're supposed to replace a pilot bearing when you do throw-up bearing anyways, because they go out about the same time, and it was like $15, so I wasn't too worried about it. So we got that stuff. I got a bunch of transmission fluid too, so we can drain all that and put new stuff in. I already did the transmission fluid semi-recently, but it'll be nice just to get a whole nother flush going in there, because the transmission fluid that was in the car when I got it the first time I drained it was like black and awful. So
Yum.
it'll be pretty good to get a couple flushes in there, and that'll help the longevity and everything. I got some jack stands and a jack from work because my boss is awesome and let me borrow them. They're actually his personal jack and jack stands, so that's great. And these will help get the car up in the air because they're a lot higher than ours, because ours go like
Probably like
a foot and a half,
maybe
which
2.
is not enough room.
Yeah.
So this jack will definitely get us up as high as we want, and the jack stands will get the car sitting up in a good spot to where, you know, we'll be able to pull everything apart. So we're gonna start cleaning up the garage.
Yep.
And clean up my car. There's my shit in there now. And then we'll get you guys back when we start jacking it up, I guess.
What he said.
All right, I have the car up in the air. It is, oh, I just get the scooter. It's all on jack stands, got plenty of room down here to get all my stuff going. I already started pulling everything apart because, you know, it's just the muffler and there was a crossbar over there, boom. So that's all off now. I just got the muffler off. I actually just broke one of the bolts though. So this muffler is gonna be a little bit tricky to get back in because I just snapped one of the bolts like right in half. So that's awesome. I'll worry about that later though. I'm not too worried about it. Plus it's a muffler, so like maybe we'll get rid of it. I don't know. So now I have to pull the rest of the exhaust system out. Then I have to get the drive shaft taken out, and then I'm pretty sure that's all. And then we'll have everything we need to start working on the transmission. So I will get you guys back. Bryce is over here.
Yo.
That's good.
Chilling at the house.
Who is that? Where is it? There it is.
I don't know. He
Oh, it's
never
Sonia.
texted me or anything.
Sonia, say hi to YouTube.
Sente and the YouTube family.
You know what sucks? I have the Butt Stance Wars air freshener like right in the frame. Okay, well I guess Sonia hates you guys, so we will be right back when I got the rest of the exhaust out of there and start getting the drive shaft out. All right, me. So, ran into a little bit of an issue. So down here, I have my, where'd they go? Headers. Right there. I got that one off. There's another one. Oh my gosh, this is really difficult. But I have to get the other one. Sorry, you can't really see it. I'm having a hard time. I have to get all of it kind of, you know, unbolted, right? Obviously. Oh God. One of them I can't get off because I stripped the absolute crap out of it. It's all warped now, so instead of being a normal hex, it's like, which is not good. And the other one is just stuck. So I've been at this for, what, like 3 hours now, trying to get all this shit off. And it really sucks. Getting close. As soon as I get these last 2 bolts off somehow, I can pull the entire exhaust out, and then I can start working on pulling the drive shaft off. That's all I'm doing tonight, tomorrow. I'm just trying to get everything ready to go tomorrow, or for tomorrow. So by the time I get back from taking care of some stuff, I'll just have to pull the I'll just have to pull the transmission out, and then I'll call it good. And then I'll get all the new parts in there and stuff. But this is really hard. So I'm gonna get back at it, see if I can get these bolts off, and hope and pray to God that I don't break anything else, because, you know, 2 out of the 3 bolts on one of the exhaust pipes are broken. So I'm gonna have a pretty bad exhaust leak, which is awesome. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a sec probably. All right, it is now Saturday, the next day. Still have the same problem, but I'm just starting to work on the car. So I did actually do something pretty cool today though. I actually bought another car. So what happened with this guy was, this was my old Starbucks manager's old car, and she's actually moving to the Netherlands with her husband, and I talked to her a little bit, and she said she's getting rid of the car, so I asked if I could buy it. It's not actually for me, even though I just bought it. I actually bought it for my sister. She just got back from Germany, so she hasn't been able to get her license yet and hasn't been able to work to save up for a car like I could when I was first buying cars. So I figured I'd go ahead and be cool and buy her a car. So I'm gonna give that to her later on in the day. I'm just using it for now because she's out of town somewhere and I needed to get back out here. So the plan is today to get that bolt off. I bought a bolt extractor drill set. I also went to O'Reilly's and bought some Torx or inverted Torx bolt or inverted. I bought some inverted Torx sockets because those are all up in the transmission. Pretty much the whole transmission is inverted Torx sockets. So I didn't have any of those because who has those? Of course, it's BMW. So got those, got the bolt extractor. I'm gonna see if I need to drill a hole in the bolt first to use the bolt extractor. So I'm trying to figure that out right now. The one drill that we have is a little bit too fat. It can't fit up in that weird little spot in between the exhaust piping. So I'm trying to figure it out right now. So once I get it off, I'll let you guys know, and hopefully we can get everything else taken off and drop the tranny today. We'll see.
Yeah, you gotta let it warm up.
No, I'm not gonna let it warm up because it'll be a temp and then I'm gonna be hot again.
Are you gonna rev it like hard?
No, like 3K.
Make it pop. It might.
Rev it and get it wrong.
It'll pop. I know.
Oh, I really don't like it.
It'll probably go like a BMW.
Yeah, it's gonna get this on my gas. Yeah.
I don't know, because it doesn't have to travel through a bunch of pipes.
Ready?
Yeah. There's your header leak.
You should honestly do a 3-inch straight, and that's it. Maybe
Yeah,
a
no
resonator so you
resonator?
do a resonator so you get a little bit of restriction, but
Well, the thing is with
So
the
you're not-
resonator, I was thinking about it. I have
Smells
to get
good.
2 resonators. Because there's one X pipe, and it's really short because it's an X pipe, and then it's 2 back. Like, it's pretty
Yeah,
much
you
2
see-
all the way back, so I have 2 cats for each pipe.
that's dumb.
So I have to get 2 resonators.
Okay, do it then.
Yep, it's all expensive. That sounded really mean though.
You did. That's what I was saying. Just do a 3-inch straight.
It's not as loud as I thought it would be.
It wasn't as loud as I thought, but it was gurgly.
Well, I mean, you don't have the full exhaust off.
Yeah.
He's not dumping straight out the header. That's why.
After 2 days and a lot of pain, shit in my eyes, and swearing, the muffler exhaust is out. Oh my god, I'm so happy. So I ended up having to take this grinder and I fed it actually down there to the header flange, which is kind of right there. Okay, nope, it's not gonna focus. So I fed it down there, and it was really tight and it was really hard to get down to, but I did it. And since that was the last bolt, the whole exhaust was actually holding off of that one. So as soon as I dropped it, the whole thing just hit the floor, and I was like, you know what? Whatever, I don't even care, it's out. So I'm gonna pop this heat shield off, get this drive shaft out of there, and then we're good to go on the transmission. Ugh. Come on.
Okay, we're doing it now.
Going from the back?
Yeah, I'm gonna do from the
Whoa.
back. Hang on. That's what she said. Or he said. Alright, go. Oh boy.
One more little flip.
One more. Ah, that's too loud. Damn, that's loud.
Dude!
Yeah, so
That smells.
there we go.
All right, day 3. We are out here Just woke up, ran to O'Reilly's, had to get a longer extension and an adapter. This thing is huge too, check this out. Where did I put it? Boom, 18-inch long extension. This thing will come in very clutch because I got everything out. The drive shaft is out of there. The heat shields, everything. The shift linkage is, I have one more thing to remove and then I can pull it off because I can't really drop the transmission with the shift linkage still in there. It would break everything even though it's already broken pretty much. So, plan for today, get the transmission off and then put everything back together. It's gonna be a busy day, probably gonna be here pretty late, but you know, it's whatever. I want my car to be running. Plus today's my last day because I'm kind of in Nathan's spot right now. So don't want to be there next week. Plus I kind of need my car for work tomorrow. So I'm gonna go pull that shift linkage apart real quick and then we will get to cracking on getting all these transmission bolts off. I know there's 2 of them that are gonna be really hard to pull off because they're just massive. They're the starter lining. They line up the bell housing to the motor, so those are kind of important and they're huge. So those are gonna be tricky, but I got a breaker bar, I got the adapters so I can use my 3/8 inverted Torx that I got yesterday with the 1/2-inch breaker bar, and then I got that long extension so I can actually get all the way back there because there's some bolts up in the top of the transmission that are like, you can't get to them unless you go from the back of the transmission all the way forward, and it's like 2 feet worth of extension. So that's gonna be interesting, but that extension I got will come in very clutch. And other than that, yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on today. Got the shifter assembly apart. There's now just a big hole up there. Gotta clean all that stuff because it's disgusting, but boop, 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 boop. That's gone. So the transmission bolts, I'm gonna see if I can get the rest of this off. I ended up just cutting it with my X-Acto. Oh, wow, that is really close. I ended up cutting it with my X-Acto. Just around where it was, this sound dampener was just getting in my way. So I just cut it because I couldn't pull it out with the shifter assembly still here. But now that the shifter assembly's off, I'm gonna pull the rest of it off just so we have more clearance up top to get to those top transmission bolts. And then after that, we'll be able to drop the bitch. Oh, all right. Wow, I am really covered in grime here. So I got all the transmission bolts out. Check it out. Boom. All 9 of them are out now. So yeah, transmission is ready to get dropped. I got the motor jacked up as well because once the transmission gets pulled off, you know, the motor will kind of swing over because there's only the 2 motor mounts. So motor's good to go. Tranny's on the jack right now. I'm going to probably just pull this by myself because Bryce and Dalton just are running around because I think Sparkle got out again. And Chris is asleep because he's lazy. So, it's your boy out here dropping Tranny all by himself. Let's see how this goes.
Everybody, we're back
With the transmission.
We got it. Took a while. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh, well shit. Alright, so I got the throwout bearing installed. It literally wasn't even worth recording. It literally just fell out and the new one just slid right over around the clutch fork. So now we're gonna pull the, oh, it's over there, pilot bearing out, which will be interesting. They're pressed in at like, I think 2 tons or something ridiculous. So they're very tight in there, but I actually saw a really funny way to get it out with bread and I wanted to try it. So we went and picked some bread. So basically what happens is there's a bunch of room behind the pilot bearing where it sits, and I'm gonna stuff the crap out of the whole thing with bread. And then I'm going to take this and hammer in the bread once it's stuffed and just keep on hammering it until there's so much bread built up in the back that the more I add and hammer it in, the bread will slowly start to push the pilot bearing out from behind it, and then it'll pull it out. We don't have a puller, and pulling it out with a screwdriver is really sketchy because it can actually like bend the whole piece. So I want to give this a try just because it was funny and seemed like it worked really well. So let's get in the car. All right, so I already got the pressure plate off and the clutch. It's sitting over there. What's gonna happen is the pilot bearing's sitting back here. So we're literally just gonna rip up a piece of this bread, squish it up. It's nice and moist too. The moist actually
It doesn't really work if it's dry bread, obviously. And just shove it in there. And we're gonna keep on doing that until it's full. Once it's full, then we hammer it, and then the bread should get concentrated enough to where the more we add and hammer it in, the more pressure it'll build in the back until it pulls it out. I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Oh! It's jalapeno popper time, boys!
Alright, good.
BRB. I'm bringing the vloggers with me. Jalapeno poppers, boys!
Come on and watch. Oh, what's good?
Nice! Look at that.
It actually worked, bro.
Perfect. We did it!
Dude,
We did it!
that took an hour and a half, but Chaboys reattached the transmission, Adrian, which is the hardest thing of this
You bring me any food?
whole stupid process.
Alright, YouTube.
So the weird
So,
thing is
walk you guys what the hell just happened.
you can't, it has to go
We just
into another bearing.
guided through
Lines that
the transmission, and one of the problems with the clutch putting it back in was we didn't have a clutch alignment tool.
So weird.
So we literally just eyeballed it. And then, yeah, and then we aligned it, threw it back on, did a little twisting and adjusting, and then I kicked it back on.
Lined up when it's the
So,
transmissions is off. So we just
ladies and gentlemen, it's moving along. Man, ain't that something?
I cannot believe.
It went on.
We just, oh my gosh, dude.
I felt
so
it. I
happy.
felt it. I felt it click on my foot. I was like, yes.
Oh my god, I hucked my Red Bull across the garage just because I was
go.
so excited.
All right, YouTube.
Okay. Well, we're kick-ass mechanics, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once I'm here, everything starts to go to plan.
I mean, yeah, there's no way I could have put that back up myself. Thank you, by the way, for being here, because none of the other guys have been here. They've just been on their Xboxes.
Alright guys, status update. Well, everything's back together now. I mean, not everything. I got the drive shaft, transmission bolted up, shifter assembly is done. I also look like a demon right now because I have so much crap on my eyes and face. I apologize. It is, what time is it? Oh, it's 2. I have work tomorrow, dude. I still have to take a shower. I am covered in crap. So I gotta take a shower too. But that's pretty much where I'm at right now. So yeah, I'll get you guys back when everything's put together. It's 4:30 in the morning. We're working on this car literally the entire day. And I finally finished, right? And so I went to go start it up fine. Let's go put it in gear, back it out. Clutch is broken. It could be a couple things. I might have honestly put the clutch disc in backwards. I don't know, but like the clutch pedal has no feel. Yeah, I'm just contemplating whether or not I want to start pulling this thing apart again. Because it's so late, I almost fell over just now. It's so late and I'm exhausted and I have work tomorrow. So I might start pulling this thing apart again. Get it ready to drop the tranny again tomorrow. I don't know. But that's it for this week, guys. Ending it on a really shit note, but hey, watch next week and you'll find out what happens to my car and if I can even get it working or not. Hit us with a subscribe and make me feel a lot better. And like the video because, you know, transmissions are always fun to work on. And leave a comment. Let's start a support group in the comment section down there so I can not throw a brick through my windshield or something. Alright guys, I'll see you guys next week. We got some other stuff going on next week, but this is... Alright, take it easy guys.